There's an accidental but nonetheless amusing parallel to draw between Imarina's run here and the Xenonauts run. You know, there's actually a Cape Town around here, not just a nuked... well, maybe that's just a big old spoiler. Alright, ignore that. We're back, it's Imarina, and we have just fought off European invasion, and whilst it was not an ideal situation to be in for us, very unideal, in fact, we gave up an Ottoman alliance just to fight that war so that we could take a 4-development province off of the French. Good deal on our side. But the British came, the Portuguese came, the French were there, the Spanish came. We fought them all off on seas and history books will say on land. And for that we scored ourselves the territory of Cape Verde, one of the worst in the world. We got ourselves these islands as well, Sao Tome and wherever the British were holding out in. I hope they never get away from there. Did we already have St. Helena? I don't know. Probably not, since I have troops marching there right now. So you guys should rethink what you're doing. Get yourselves over to... oh, I don't know. Who even are these guys? Just mercs? Well then. Well then. Get those light ships over here. What are you? Transports. Yeah. Alright, get you over there. Get these transports up to... yeah, I don't know. Karoo. My manpower isn't too bad. It's actually at its maximum. That's something to consider. Right, there are a few things to consider actually. I really want that Ottoman alliance, but since we no longer mutually hate the Mamluks, I really don't think they'll turn friendly to me. It's not impossible, I just find it very unlikely. I'm going to stop improving relations with them, and I'm going to pursue something else. I'm going to go for the Bahmani alliance, because we all hate Portugal here. And if I'm going to have a good friend, and the Ottomans won't be it, I might as well invest in it being Bahmanis. It's not impossible that they'll like us. They don't seem too miffed about me holding on to the Maldives, which I have held for quite some time. They came to you, time to go to them. Yes, indeed. Ah, that reminds me of something. In the downtime, I painted out what I believe are Belgian borders here. I wouldn't know. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about Belgium. Nobody ever should. But if you... let's get back to that. If you think that there's anything to be added or taken away from this, do let me know. Now, you probably don't have your monitor at 0% brightness, so maybe you can make out what those borders are. I barely can. But that's how I see it, right? It holds Brussels, it doesn't go down into Reims. How bad could it be? Which means we need to take on Austria and the Dutch. The Dutch might be the softer of the targets there. Anyway, before we get to that, we really need to catch up in tech. That's why I'm spying on the Portuguese, and will likely continue to spy on the Portuguese. I would also like to soften up my targets in Central Africa whilst I'm still the bigger and better individual. You know, my tech might be garbage, but compared to these Africans, it's pretty on point. So that's what we'll do. There are other things I want to do, such as really get... I want wandering shamans, that's for sure. Could we please get bare minimum in charge? High Priest Major, it is time to die. I might as well get our cores while we're at it. Man, why did I leave myself so much work to do this time around? Should we make our way up to Empire rank? Not yet, I have a plan for that. Something resembling my plan. You invented the Belgians, you can destroy them. Ah, an exquisite point. What are these? Ah, the heavy fleet that I had, and the fleet that's there just as an early warning signal. Good. Now, those 20 heavies should be able to keep that down pat, since I have naval and maritime on my side. These guys, I dare say, should camp out in Kilwa and just take care for a bit. My naval force limit is terrible. Even with all these bonuses, including a policy, it's still only 188. So I'm thinking anywhere that can have a shipyard should have a shipyard, as long as it gives me +2. There we go. Invest in the future. 1.9 is fine. Even 1.5 is kind of fine. Ivory I'm a bit more iffy about. And with that done, I would actually really like a lot more light ships, funnily enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Because I would also really like to take Thalassocracy that I almost never get. But for that I need Gujarat, Coromandel, Bengal and Malacca. I don't think I hold 2 of those. Oh, I'm top dog in Gujarat, that's rather nice. Not quite top dog in Coromandel. But I have a feeling that if I sent one of those things to Bahmanes, they would cripple down a bit, an embargo. No, so far from top dog here in Bengal, but I dominate Malacca as well I should. You know there's a template builder, right? I do, but I don't trust it. I don't trust just anyone, you know. There's another caravel, send that down for giggles. And where's that one that I sent away here? Lots of prep work to be done, but preparation is everything, probably. Back you all go. Okay, with that done, I need some free diplomats to make some actions. Otherwise, I think we can continue on. No rebels to worry about. No missions that I really want to get done. I do want to integrate Mali, but we'll grab this when that's happening. Oh, conquer new states? Not yet, although we are in the age of absolutism. I'm not getting anything out of it. 3 different trade companies. That's not going to happen because I gave up on colonization. It might actually be worth considering doing a couple of colonies just to set up those. It's not like we don't have the range. Yeah. Let's be pragmatic about that one. Trade company regions, 2 different ones. We already have you. Indonesia is tempting, but I'd like to stay away from all these guys that have their own vested interests, and I'd like to stay the heck away from the Ottoman. An island away from other people's interests would be ideal. That's a border with the Ottoman. Damn, the Ottoman is getting stuck in around here. This is alright, but it kind of gets in the face of everybody else here. Oh, he doesn't like it that much. Maybe just some piece of garbage around here. Okay, good, we do have the colonist free. Wouldn't having a border with the Ottomans make it easier to ally them? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. If and only if they went friendly. Oh, what the hell, let's live dangerously and go cuddle up to the Ottomans. That gets me a bit over in the... Is that Philippine? It is Philippine. Which means I need one other one. And again, this island is really tempting, but it makes all these people go, oh, what are they doing in my islands? I think I'd rather go for this one here. There we go. Nice, small, won't bother anyone, and I can transport over a few troops to take care of that. Thought you didn't want to expand outside of Africa. I don't, but I really want to get some of these going, because this is the age of awesome abilities. I will get universities when we have the tech for it. I might get this someday. I'm not going to be Emperor of China. I never go multicultural, and I didn't win the religious war, so it's going to be hard-pressed for us to get many of these. But I could get this, this, and this. And maybe even fire off a golden age. I should really help my poor ally with their rebel problem, so I'd like to ship over some units. Mercs mostly, there's very little reason for me to dedicate actual real units to a fight there. So let's have you head over there. What about you folks? You have a few mercs too, right? Send the mercs over with them. That's 24. And I can handle that. We'll bring troops over here, save Mali, and hopefully get a fight in with Timbuktu at some point. I have unfinished business with them. Okay, Ottomans, I really want to be your friend. I will take a stab at this by insulting Austria. a really good insult. Tales of your misdeeds are told from Ireland to Cathay. We've only just found out what an Ireland is. So that should make the Ottomans a bit happier. Maybe they'll go friendly, maybe not. The lack of mutual rivals is a thing. I could switch out my rivals, but I don't want to dunk 100 dip on a maybe approach. Alright, you guys get together. It's mostly mercs, so the attrition isn't going to be a problem. Our economy is so strong, it's pretty disgustingly strong. Shall we head over to Gabu? Where's got the most supply for us? 30... 31 even. Whew, 32. Some of these places are almost too good. Gabu will do for now, though. It's been a dog's age since DDR played EU4, says Condard. Yeah, it's been 6 days. Amazing. Poor ally, don't forget they betrayed you. They teamed up with the Spaniards. Who teamed up with the Spaniards? You've lost me. Which probably means yes, I did forget whatever you're talking about. Jaunpur looks pretty good there, but I'm going to send them a banging insult as well. And that will hopefully make Bahmanes like me a bit more, and all that was done to spend my prestige so that I can then get it back when we upgrade ourselves to Empire rank. Let there be cheering. Now we're a cultural union, so all of this culture group is good for us. But Malagasy already was, and I'm not liking the inland garbage here, so really it's just the Swahilis. What a shame. Oh, these two, they're not in a trade company region, so they actually got my religion and my culture. Excellent. Very excellent. It was about you helping Mali. Ah, but, you know, water under the bridge. Thanks to that. And I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping that they would declare war on me for independence. Because since it broke our master-subject relationship, they lost the 100% liberty desire they get from me forcing religion upon them. And yeah, goody. That's mostly what I was after. And I'll be able to integrate them a whole lot faster now than I could have before. Hey Jake, when will we ever see the Wheel of Misfortune coming back into play? When I think of a good idea for it, I don't like running the same ideas over and over. I really feel like that's copping out. We might actually have a decent transport fleet at this rate. Send these extra trade boats back home, because getting that Thalassocracy could be really powerful, especially against living things. I think I'll just mothball you there for now, and the ones I sent away I sent to the wrong place, as I often do. Send them over here, please. Good. Innovativeness is something we will never know. Have Mali even converted anything? Oh, heavens, no. The best thing I can get out of it is I could convert for them. Zero progress because of development in Sunni. I got nothing to help with that. If I had a conversion guy, it might help, but that's a far-flung dream. 144 months to convert. But it does stop them from further converting lands, so I got that going for me. Yeah, there's something seriously wrong with vassal conversion. I would have hoped that would be fixed by now, but 130 still doesn't have a release date, I think. We can get African modernization for some innovativeness, but it'll be a splash in the ocean compared to what we need. Trade protection against Ming. Well, that's a point. Maybe my colonists are going to arrive soon. Wait, which crappy province did I actually move in for? Ah, yes. You and you. This one's the one that's more pressing to actually send some units over to. So let's dedicate a couple to one and 1,000 to the other. And then we'll be okay. Ah, I have an army up here as well. It's helping suppress the rebels, which is nice. Yeah, I thought we'd have a lot longer troubles with rebels, but our tolerance isn't actually that bad, especially of heathens. And we don't have heretics, really. But the heathens are only -1. I still want my wandering shamans, though. Someday we'll get that. Speaking of 130, are you excited for any of the changes they announced? Well, a lot of them I know quite intimately, having worked on 130 for an undisclosed amount of time. Too bad. Ooh, in Bengal. It's kind of where I need power, but it's not 15 dip worth of my time. Well, the Mint Master's dead, just as I was talking about what to switch out here. I'm going to spend over the odds for top tier advisors now, because I can and because I really need points. Unrest is nice, even more money is nice, but that's a splash in the ocean. Let's keep the unrest down. Make sure that we get no rebels. They can be a real pain when you have such a large nation. Alright, onwards to Futa. At least it has hills, and we've got Klimpy to go and crush down on them. Ottomans, did you ever go friendly? No. I really don't think they're going to go friendly. What I will start doing is improving relations with Bahmanes. I could switch out a rival. I could drop Mamluks and gain Spain. I don't think Spain and the Ottomans are ever going to fall apart here, but I do want to attack the Mamluks down the line, so it feels wrong to drop them. But if I don't get a good ally, like Bahmanes, I'm never going to be able to stop the incursions of Europeans, because they see me as having gold, they see me in these trade company regions, they see me as fetishist, and that makes them think I'm a much more tantalizing target than I perhaps otherwise am. Woe is me. Okay, I would like to have a larger army over here. I'd like to have a larger army in general, but my force limit is down the toilet. Will you eclipse the Mamluks after the next war? Yeah, that's a good point. When I do fight them next, I'll look a whole lot stronger than them. They still have more allies than I like, so hopefully the Ottomans will come crushing down on them at some point. So maybe I should get a claim on them, if I don't already have. I don't. Oh man, I was meant to fight Alodia to get a subject to carve out here. My tech is superior to theirs. I should move you folks. Oh yeah, I left behind 3 for the colonies. Move you folks up here. I'm gonna need more of an army though. I know this is very hard mode. They got more than they're letting on. Military, armies. Alodia, 35,000. And the border here is vast. Harumph. Okay, well, no time like the present. Let's get those musketeers going. What do I have of the other things? 3 horsemen, 3 more horsemen, 6 isn't too bad. More cannons are always needed though. More cannons are good cannons. Bring it up to 10 cannons total. Go over force limit, who cares, because the money situation's looking pretty fine. If only the merchant guilds could make it look finer. Might be a little dangerous to go even further beyond, but how can I resist? The answer is I cannot. I had to have that. Hey Jake, wouldn't it be beneficial to take Mali's coastal province directly through vassal interaction, even just to fill out the state? You're probably saying so that I would completely lock down the Ivory Coast. That would be a good idea. However, I am already using the interaction with Mali to have them divert their trade, and since they failed in their independence war, they have a massive debuff to their independence. What that means is I'm the only one with direct trade power here, which means nothing leaves the Cape, and I make boondollar there. Boondollar is one of my favorite kinds of dollar. Hey Ottomans, we're bordering now. Please like me. I need to send those guys over there. Where are my transports at? I didn't send them all away, did I? I thought I had transports here. Did I not? Oh, right, they're being... Huh, I'm lost. Do I have any free transports, or are they all over there? I have 51 transports. They're all here. Huh. Well, that's not good. I should... split you in half and send you over here. Ah, well, the Ottomans did pick a fight, but they picked it with Poland, Transylvania, and Austria. Just so happens I want Austria dead myself. I don't think this is my opening, but it'll be interesting to see if the Ottomans can soundly body them. What is the border gore east of the Ottomans? What, this? I think it's quite beautiful, right? How often do you see this many nations around here? Let's count them. Imereti, Akyunlu, Georgia, the Free City of Karabag, more Akyunlu, Tabrits, Magarek, Bitlis, Gillian, some Timmy here, some more Akyunlu. Akyunlu just exploded. If I had to reason why, it's because they formed a merchant republic and then quickly had to spit out a lot of their lands. Well, I'm seeing plutocracy. Yeah. They didn't take long to rise up there, did they? Oh well, now what I'm going to be doing about that. If I have a free diplomat, maybe I should keep those relations sweet with you, so we don't lose what we've built up by the turn of the month. Helped you out, Mali. No need to thank me, but please thank me. Yeah, that's just going to be burnt away. But with the other one, at least I can swiftly establish that for a trade company region, do it to the other one, and then we have at least one of these filled out. God, I finally catch a stream. Hi Jack, says Sam T 21101. Yeah, hi. There's a bunch of things I want to do. I really want to subjugate AIR so that I can have them take over this land for me. But another part of me thinks, do I even need to go into there? It sounds like a whole lot of muck for a whole lot of not good for me. That would be different if I had my religious ideas. Then I could burn through it with Crusade. So maybe I'll just leave them as they are. I want to integrate Mali and that's about it for here. Otherwise I need to set myself with other targets. Let's get over to somewhere that has something resembling supply limit, which is nowhere around here. Yeah, the land is just bad, bad, and more bad. Yeah, let's do it like so then. I'll take the fight with Alodia while they have no friends, if nothing else. I wonder if Bahmanas will ever think about being friendly. We have enemy of enemy at least, and my navy strength is pretty high. Won't let anyone speak ill of my navy strength. Too much religious freedom. They want to rise up in Lasta. Disgusting Copts. Tell you what though, I do not mind a bit of extra missionary strength. Look at that, the game suddenly goes, oh, you can convert stuff now. I mean, I could very slowly convert something like 333 months. 101 months. Well, if anything should be converted, it should be the gold. So that would be Bur or the other one. Oh, they're both already converted. Well, that's convenient. The other one then would be Joma, because it has all the manpower. It has outrageous manpower. But God, that takes so long. Like, that's not even worth that. Yeah, I could get Missionary Strength Advisor, but no. What I really want are the Wandering Shamans, but we have just been so unable to get that for so long. Good, the trade fleet's starting to come together. Let's head on over with you, keep this under wraps first, and then the other one, and then we'll fulfill one of the age objectives at least. It's taken them a while since I massacred their fleets, but oh god, he's taking back his units 2 at a time. How's the British holiday camp doing? Ah, they're having a laugh. An absolute laugh. Speaking of laughing, let's just thunk autonomy on here and here so that we don't have any disgusting revolts from either of them. Oh, whoa, 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 hold the phone there. I grabbed some units that I should not have grabbed. How fast can you get there? 16th of May. I don't know. Klimpy might be able to make you a bit faster there. Good timing. There's still a bit too many of you over there, though. There we go. Done and done. Now let's not make that mistake again. Leave behind units to take care of this, please. And the rest of us are to march on to Alodia. Yeah, I'm thinking you guys go there. You guys pretty much patrol the north so that they can't come in. And then we just sweep through, grab Soba. Shouldn't be any real problem. What makes me hesitate on declaring the war immediately is that I'm pretty close to Bahmani 100 relations. And if I had that, they might turn friendly. They're a similar great power, so there's not a whole lot I can do for them on that front. I want to see what happens when they turn 100 relations with me first, before I start gunning them down. Gunning down Alodia, that is. I'm not planning on gunning down the Bahmanis. They don't have land that's interesting to me. Although, for a good portion of the campaign, I thought I'd be moving in on India. It's damn good land. But then I thought, no, why don't we just go massively into naval and maritime and suck that money away? And suck we do. Let's leave behind one unit there. Have the rest of you move on out to the colony that's totally going to survive this time. And with that, one of the age objectives is fulfilled, and since we have a border with the Ottomans, we no longer have a -20 very hard mode modifier. We have lots of other problems, though. Yeah, they're not going to be my friend, I don't think. Maybe if I eclipsed Mamluks and rivaled Spain, we would, but that's a big maybe. Come on now, Bahmanis, time to be nice and friendly. I'll leave the boats over there so they can pick people up whenever needed. You folks are mothballed, that's fine. The rest of you, I don't know, I'll just stick you onto Zanzibar so I don't have to think about you at all. And with the boats that I do have, let's get you working, because any moment that you're not working, you're just costing me money. There's a small cancerous green blob in India. You probably mean that one. Everyone gets a bad case of the autos. I think it was changed out that they'll only do that if they have exploration ideas, or if they have a... I think it's if they have a colonist. But that is not in 129. Where are we going? Bengal. Let's try our hand at that. Will you eventually abolish slavery? With a campaign called Slavedriver? I don't think so. Slaves are a pretty awful trade good, but thematically it just feels right for us. How you feeling, Bahmanis? You're real close. You're also at war with Jaunpur. What a coincidence. I also hate Jaunpur. Well, I do now. I'm really glad we beat back the Europeans. There's not a lot that we... Ooh, that's a lot of money to lose. It's hard to fathom, but for some reason the amount of income from trade has simply collapsed. The cargoes just don't seem to be landed. The cargoes just don't seem to be landed. What? Is it smuggling? Is it merchants going elsewhere? We do not know, but times are grim. Well, too bad. If you could pay that money for dip, you would. Well, I would. Okay, we're at 100 with Bahmanis. I'm keen to see if they go friendly. I will make sure that I am friendly with them. And it usually changes after about a month or so of being at that. 100 is a cutoff for friendly for a lot of... well, it just tends to be that. Doesn't look like they want to go friendly with us, though. Oh well, I'll pull back the Ottoman guy so I can have somebody to declare this war with. Fine example of some Swinglish there. Swinglish. Last chance, Bahmanis. Not happening? Okay. You got 8 days to change your mind before I declare a war. Oh, well now. bare minimum comes in. With slightly more than the bare minimum, we need to finally invest in some wandering shamans. Ah, at long last. We can actually convert something. Let's start with Joma. Now it's only 43 months, which is a whole lot better. It's strongly tempting to get ourselves an Inquisitor as well. It's level 3, how can I resist? The answer is I cannot. There. Still only one missionary, but at least I can convert this land without the penalties of wrong culture. It's one of the great things about having a subject to convert through. Now, 415. We don't get to know what these guys are, but there's always the merchants coming in with the money. But I've been trying and trying to get my devotion up like crazy, and it's just not been happening. Devotion is good for tax and prestige. And although the Andriana won't like it, I think... Oh, finally. We're back in the good books of Lady Luck when it comes to our heirs here. Right, we just had bare minimum. I think we're going to have Adam Whitelaw take to it. Man, took a... Oh, kind-hearted. Strong. Fetishist. Why are the heirs so old, though? Well, they're not newborns. They are they're chosen heirs. They're always 35 years old for theocracy. And just after we hire Andri... Well, actually, which one is it? Yeah, it is you. We get... No, that isn't you. Morale of armies. Is it the Grand Captain? Mufularwa. But you're Muafulirwa. Oh, well, it must be you. Regardless, though, extra stability is extra stability. You sure, Bachmanes? I'm really swole these days. I can't turn my back on Whack. Whack did so much for me early game. Well, let's put that morale to use. We missed Adam Whitelaw. Haha. Well, we have Adam Whitelaw. Right, Alodia, finally. I'm not here to blitzkrieg you. I just want to carve out a subject here. And that's going to start with Fazu. Wait, didn't I have my claim on Fazi? Well, it's all means to an end if I can get Funj out as a subject, because Funj has a lot of cores, and those cores aren't going away anytime soon. This shouldn't be the hardest of wars, but you never know. I've had wars look really hard in the past. Just fighting in Africa is always awful. Ah, Zealot, all the better. And we get these really fast because we're renaming them, a bug that I didn't know about, but now I do. Are Funj cores even worth it? No, but I want this land to be held by a subject of mine rather than me directly or a potential enemy. But in terms of worth, oh god no, they are not. Wonder if he's going to run away through Yao and then into here. Then Benin's going to work its magic as it always does. Five cannons, all you need in the capital. His fort defense doesn't seem that great. Yeah, he knows he can't take me. My tech is just too much better than his. Speaking of tech, let's catch up. It's a long trip when it comes to dip, but let's try. I think I'm actually going to pull one of these away. Probably the force limit. Depends how much it's costing me. I pay 4 ducats extra a month because of lack of force limit. Hey, it went up a lot thanks to those buildings. 4 ducats, and now I pay 13 ducats. Would you pay about 10 ducats a month for 1 dip per month? We're good on money, so I think we actually will. Truce with the French is up. I'm hoping they don't come back. Then again, I declared war on them. Hopefully they've learnt their lesson. Friesland as well. Oh no. Man, what does it take to make some friends around here? Why aren't you investing in money constantly? This question comes up a lot. I just like to feel rich, especially after my traditionally impoverished campaigns. I could probably make my peace with you real soon. I'm not asking for the world here. Really, just one of these cores to pump out Funj is fine. And then I come back massively with the reconquest. Actually, that being the case, what I should go for are non-Funj cores. So if I take these, for example, and then give them to Funj straight away. How about up here? Alodia, Makuria. There's something to be said for sealing off the Mamluks from this land. Just in case they get any funny ideas about taking over Alodia. Alright, fair enough. I mean, if he doesn't want to come and fight me, then I got no problem just marching on in and taking his land. You might be able to force convert too, since none of the colonizers know about Funj. Oh, right, you mean forcing their religion? There's really no point. What would I gain out of changing his religion? It would feel badass, I don't disagree on that, but he'd never convert it, and I don't have the spare missionaries to help with conversions either. Oh, it feels so good to be competent on the battlefield. We haven't had that feeling in a very long time. That said, we took massive losses there, but hey-ho. We have the manpower these days. We have the bravery to bring back slavery. Words to the wise. I'm not really thinking about this war very much. It's just gun in, take what I want. And then off you trot. Funj. They'll be Coptic, which is fine because almost all of this land is Coptic. And then I'm just going to gift them the lands up to here. It's okay, subjects of mine can hold slaves. I'm not even thinking that the point here is to grab all the slave provinces. The point was to corner the slave trade. And I think we've done a good deal of that, with a lot of them coming down to the Cape of Good Hope and being criminally exploited. Are we trading in slaves, though? Not nodes. Show me the goods. Slaves. We have the trading bonus, and we are the production leader. We produce 67% of the world's slaves. And we have a 50% market share of them. I don't know where the British are getting their market share of slaves, though. It's kind of weird. I would suppose some of these trickle up and up, maybe. Anyway, Funj, welcome to the map, and welcome to taking land for our, to look after it for me. They're going to take over Bea and Berber. Huh, what a name. Sahra and Nubia, yes, and Kasri Ibram. Now that they have that, and a whole load of cores on Alodia, Alodia will be wiped out in the next war, and I don't have a particularly long truce either, which is nice. There we go. Oh ho! Boats are done again. Then get back and get ready. There's work to be done. We have majority in Bengal. Just a little bit more, and we'll have majority on Bahmanis as well. Strong High actually grabbed an institution, so they might catch up. Particularists, where and why? Sao Tome, St. Helena, Cape Verde. Not Fernando Po? No. Sao Tome, St. Helena, Cape Verde. Didn't I give it to you? Yeah, I did. I did. Sadly, though, you're all a bit mopey. Trade is the backbone of our nation's economy. We must take care to safeguard against threats. Recent developments have led to an outrage among merchants who think we're not doing enough to defend against privateering ships from foreign nations, which are severely harming our trade efforts. Many trading vessels are beginning to arm themselves, arguing that the presence of these privateers prove that we're already fighting an undeclared trade war. They offer to aid in improving the nation's navy, but demand in return we go from clandestine hostilities to open warfare to oust privateers within 5 years from now. I must declare trade protection. Oh, I could do without that unrest for 5 years, since that's exactly what I'm trying to deal with. But trade protection is only against the Mamluks. But I don't even want to do that, because then I can't take land and such. No need. No need, you sodding buggers. Oh, did someone say devotion? Heavens knows I need that. Any plans for cultural enrichment? No. We've done a lot of cultural enrichment runs. No need to do another one for this. If anything, this is a fairly chill-out campaign, even though it was very hard starting as a crappy nation. Anyone up for some knowledge sharing? Actually, my ally Kazambe. It's kind of good for me if Kazambe strengthens this area, because I don't have to take it over for myself. And I really don't want to. That land is not for me. Power projection has indeed dropped. Have we embargoed all of these people? We actually don't have an embargo on the Mamluks, which surprises me. That helps out, and it's a powerful embargo because we have Aden or Aden. What about a crap Europe nation next patch, like Alsace or whatever counts for Luxembourg? Luxembourg counts for Luxembourg. I'd be tempted to go with Bar, actually. Haven't done a Bar campaign ever in EU4, and they were a pretty ballsy nation to choose in EU3. Very ballsy nation. How are things looking over in Bahmanes, or Coromandel rather? 39 versus 48. Did I send the boats over? Of course I didn't. That would be far too advanced a strategy. Protect that trade, please. Join up, take it all for me. I can dedicate more ships over to it if need be. And thinking about it, I should probably build even more trade ships. They probably still give me a bit more money than they cost, although it does drop down in effectiveness. Where would I even pool more money though? Malacca loses quite a bit of it because we only have half the power here. I already get Bengal, Gujarat and Aden. Nothing else really does too much for me. Small island chain west of Pasai that I think is in a region you own. Wait, I know where Pasai is. Small island chain west of Pasai. You mean this? No, this is something else. It is... What is it? Right, yes, it's these three islands. You probably think it's related to the Andamans, but the Andamans is a massive area. At least it has 5 provinces, which is pretty damn cool. Also has some more stuff. I mean, local goods produced in all of these sound pretty sweet, don't they? Local trade power plus 4 in all of my provinces here is actually really good for what I'm trying to do. In Marine and Trade Company provinces get 4 trade power. Yeah, I think so. I need to route these guys out. That's 20 trade power straight to me, plus whatever multipliers I have, which is quite a lot. I don't want to have to embargo Bahmanes, but I will if I must. Oh, I don't have to! Welcome to Thalassocracy. Merchants, light ship, navy tradition, dip tech cost, that's all very good. Gives me a spare merchant to play with as well. I'm already collecting on Cape of Good Hope. I could collect an Ivory Coast. I have a decent amount of power here. But I would lose power in Cape of Good Hope that is used to suck power out, so rather than that... What would a cunning trader do? It's actually pretty hard to say where I want my my extra merchant to go here. I don't really have power in Deccan. Maybe Doab. Doab doesn't feed directly into anywhere that I make particular dosh from. Straining my my thoughts here about trade. Straining them hard. Could pull more out of Burma into Bengal. Bengal just goes down to Coromandel. And every time it gets filtered more and more because we only have a certain amount of power in each of them. Siam and Canton. Usually rich Siam. Yeah, not enough comes out of Siam. Of course, Lana, Khmer. Keep that one under lock and key. Alright, we'll throw you there. If nothing else, it's another active merchant, which is only good for us. Are you collecting an Ivory Coast? I'm not collecting Ivory Coast, but here's the thing. If I collected there, I would make maybe 5 ducats there if I'm lucky. What I would do by that is I would massively reduce the power that I have in Cape of Good Hope. And the power I have in Cape of Good Hope helps me suck power away from Malacca and Coromandel. If you check out... yeah, let's take Malacca for example. Sure, I have a lot from my ships coming in, but I get... only 16.2 from downstream. Maybe I'm overestimating the amount that I'm getting here. Makes sense, I suppose. There's not a lot of power here. Well, you know, why don't we try it with you instead? Oh, you're not at Siam yet. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Congo is worth a fair bit, no? It's worth a wee bit. I suppose I could pull it down to Zambezi, but I don't really have a lot of power there. Mamluks slandering my merchants. That blows. That actually hurts my income quite a bit. Oh, we have the trade collapse as well. How dare they? Alright, that province is done now. Right, Elodie I need to burn rather soon. I'd like to start integrating Mali, so that'll take too much time. Let's just... there it is. Send gift. Send link. Get them integrated as soon as possible. Now what I would quite like to do is attack Timbuktu, because they're allied with AIR, which could allow me to expand with them there. But again, I'm not even sure if I want to take this land for myself. Sounds like a whole lot of slog. Can't forget our real mission here, and that's to go for this thing called Belgium. So what I should really be prepping up for is an attack on the Netherlands. Now, Austria won't help them right now, which is very important, because Austria is the HRE man. And the thing is, they have their capital in the HRE. If I took this land, I would be hated by every European under the sun. By the way, what do the Dutch have in terms of a navy? "20 heavies with quality ideas, not to mention those Dutch ideas. I mean, naval fire +2, but didn't they used to have absolutely overpowered heavy ship combat? Jake, being hated by every European ever seems to never seems to have stopped you before. Oh no, it ignited the fire, especially in the Andalusia Granada campaign. What about Friesland instead, or whatever the other Dutch nation is? Well, Austria would defend them. Malevolence is helping, but why do they not like the Dutch? I mean, stupid question sometimes. Austrian opinion about the Netherlands is really, really bad. Even if the Austrians weren't embroiled in this big war against the Ottomans, they still wouldn't help them, which is amusing to me. What do I need to take? I would want to take these 3 provinces off of the Netherlands. Do I even have the range there? I don't have the range. Oh, that's unacceptable. I will get the range on my next dip tech, though. Clunk, clunk, clunk. And then it's time to take the fight with Austria. My troops are garbage compared to European fighters, and I don't have military ideas at all. But it's a little bit tempting just to declare this war. Balls to the walls, no CB. Would be better, though, if they had a colony that I could pilfer. That way I could get ticking war score on them. Are they actually colonizing? No, no they are not. It might be difficult to get the kind of war I'm looking for with them, especially since GB hate my guts. France don't mind me, though. France would probably allow my troops some level of asylum, but I'd like to be able to hang tight in some other location, like maybe if I occupied Denmark and had my units here or here, and then we slingshot ourselves into the Netherlands. Just trying to think of the best approach into them. Yeah, it's almost like breaching in a certain other game that we're playing. Netherlands have only got 24,000 men and a titchy force limit. You know what, I think there's only one way to really do this, and that's just to go with the best CB. Yeah, if you overthink it, it's just going to cause problems. Seems weird having a trade company in an end node like Channel. Lol. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this will make a lot of people hate me. But